Now, so remember that in practical automation we do like this. Can you see these actions in the functions in the actions? These functions normally we do not put it here in the action. We put it in Excel, and from Excel we call them. So if you have, let's say, 10 test cases, 15 test cases, for each of the test cases these functions will be in the Excel, and from Excel you will be calling them. Okay. Now
So you can synchronize Excel with the UFT.
yeah. Now before I go for that, let me show you another thing. Let's say this function library, right? Here can you see this? You will have to select a departing from, right? So departing from, if you want to select something from this departing from web list, so what you will have to do, you will have to go to your repository, and from the repository you will have to go to edit mode and plus, and you add this departing from. Okay. And then what is this? Let's say from port web list, and then let's say I'm going to go to the function library, right? I'm going to go to the function library. Now I'm not going to write a verification function because it is taking too long. I'm going to write the function for to add something in this from port web list. Now okay, from port we are selecting a value in the from port web list. Now let me tell you one other thing. This value here we are hard coding it. Hard coding means we are directly mentioning, okay, this is the value that we want to select, but normally this value come from Excel. So if you want to bring it from Excel, what you will have to do, you will have to pass a parameter to the function. So how do you pass parameter? So what you do, you mention here, let's say str from city, and you put that from city up there. And here when you are calling this function from your action, right, you mention the city that you want to pass. Let's say what are the cities available here? Let's say one of the city available is Sydney, right? So if you pass Sydney here, Sydney, right? Now let's move forward with the execution. Let me put a breakpoint here. right? Now if you go to the application, let me make this one. If you go to the application, can you see what is the city departing from selected? Acapulco. Right now where we are in this function. If you keep going, now if you look at your local variables, can you see from city Sydney? So what is the city that we want to select? Sydney. And where does it come from? It came from action. When we are calling this function, we have supplied a parameter, what city we want to select. Previously we hard code it, now we are supplying a city from action. Now if you execute it, can you see Sydney is selected? So if you want to select, let's say instead of Sydney, if you want to select New York, right, you will have to do the same thing. You will have to supply New York here, and then if you do the execution, let me remove the breakpoint. Right, you can see how it is selected. Now if you do not want to hard code, like if you want to select the item by their index, right, what is the index of, let's say, Paris? What is the index of Paris? What is the index of Paris? Is it 5? How? 0 hash 4. So the index is 4 because index is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So how you do it? You go there. If you want to pass Paris, then you put hash 4. Right? Now if you do the execution, let me remove the. So can you see every time it is bringing this summary? So how you can stop it? So if you go to run, actually if you go to tools and then options, and can you see run session, view results when run session ends? We do not want it. Now if you execute it, now can you see how we are going through? We are going through by index, right? So I'll put a breakpoint here. Let me do the execution. Now if you go to your local variables, right now you do not have any local variables, but as long as you are passing the value, can you see from city hash 4, right? Now if you execute it, so select str from city, right? From city is hash 4. Can you see Paris is selected? Paris. So that is how we learned another thing, how to pass parameter with the function. How to pass parameter. Yeah, this is called parameter. How to pass parameter with the function. Okay. Alright, very good. Now let's move forward. So as I said, when you call functions, these functions come from Excel. So how do you use Excel with UFT? So I'm going to show you some code here, and as this is being recorded, you can watch it later on and you can do the homeworks. Now I have some codes that I prepared for the previous batch, so let me go there. So first of all, can you see I'm going to show you all of these code that I developed for the previous batch here. First one is how to use Excel. Basically, in this example, what we did, we have created an Excel file and then save it in this location. Can you see? Save it in this location. Excel test Excel 123 XLS, and then we have close that Excel object, and then we have okay. Let me start from the beginning. So what is the use of set Excel object? If you want to use Excel, first you will have to create an object. How do you create an object? Use create object function and then excel.application as a parameter, and then let me show you how it works. If I start execution, okay, now if you take a look, your task manager, right? Do you see any Excel object here? Anything related to Excel? Anything related to Excel here? I know we are running UFT. There is a UFT here. We are running VirtualBox, virtual tray. It is here, right? But nothing related to Excel. Now, if we execute line number 4, where we are asking create an object of Excel, let me execute this. So it is showing that Excel object cannot be created. Why? Because we do not have Excel installed in the virtual machine. So what I'll have to do, I'll have to go there, computer. Let me stop recording here and then I will. So in QA questions, if you look at UFT tutorials, you will see that there is a link how to install Office in virtual operating system. So there is a video that I posted here. I have where you can download it, what you need to do, everything is here. So you follow the instructions from here. I will send you this link in the email, okay? So to use Excel, you will have to have Office installed in your virtual machine. Let me first install Office, and I'm going to pause recording for now while I'm installing Office. If you go to Task Manager, can you see anything related to Excel? No, right? We do not have anything related to Excel here. Now let me go there. Let me start execution from here. If you run it, so we are waiting on line number 4. Now if you execute this line, right, now if you go to your, can you see Excel? It has started Excel process by code. Okay, now we know that Excel is running. Okay, then in the next line what we are doing, can you see, we have put that Excel object in here, right? then but we cannot see the Excel object running here. Can you see the Excel object running here in the taskbar? No, right? We cannot see Excel running in the taskbar, but we know Excel is running as a background process, right? Excel is running as a background process. Now, can you see what we are doing here? Excel object dot application dot visible. If you execute this line, visible equal to true, I will show you what is happening. Can you see now? We can see Excel is running here. Does it make sense? Okay. Then what we are doing here? Can you see? Excel object dot active workbook dot save as. We are saving this workbook in this location. Let me copy this location. So after that, in the workbook we have added a workbook. Can you see now there is a workbook? Previously it was blank, there were no workbook. Now there is a workbook here, right? There is a workbook here. Now if you go and save it, right? Save as. So we are executing this statement. It will take a little bit time. So there is already over there is already an Excel workbook named test Excel 123. So we'll have to click yes here. So then it will be saving it, and after saving it we have to close application. Can you see when you execute this line? Can you see Excel is closed now? And then we have an object here in this Excel workbook. We are setting nothing. We are emptying that workbook. Now if you go to that location, right? If you go to that location, can you see Excel workbook? And when we saved it 1040 729. That's how you create an Excel workbook and you save it. Does it make sense how we open Excel by UFT and then save it? Do you understand so far what we did? Any questions so far, folks?
No.
Okay. Let me go to the next example. I am going to show you the next example. As I am recording, you will be able to go through the recording and you will be able to type it in your computer. But make sure you will have to have Excel installed in your computer. How you can Excel install? I already show you the link. I will be sending that link so that you can follow the instruction from there. Now in example 2 we are checking if a file exists in the computer, right? If a Excel file exists in the computer. So let me open this example. Okay, now if you come here, you will see same way we have created an Excel object, right? And then we have a file path where we want to check it, and then we have made visible the Excel object, and then we have another object here. Can you see the file system object? Scripting.file system object in obj.fso object. What we are doing here, we are using obj.fso.fileExist. It is a function that comes with UFT or BB scripting, and then we are giving the path. What is that path? We have this path over there. So we are asking to see if this path exists. What does it? If this path exists, so if this file exists, So we are asking if this file what? Can you see? File exists. If this file not exist, if this file exists, right? So let me do one thing here. Let me put, let's say, value equal to file exists, and let me do a execution from here. So we have created an Excel object, we have make it visible. Now what we are doing here, let me execute this line, and can you see value true, right? Value true. Now what we are doing here, can you see this file path is this file? We already know that this file exists, right? This file exists, we know, right? This Excel file exists, so that's why it is returning true. So we are saying if this file not exist, right? If this file not exist, then do this stuff, right? Do this stuff. But if this file exists, then put a message file exists, now opening, and then open that file by this statement, right? And then, you know, when you open a Excel, it has, can you see right now the file is not open, we cannot see anything, but I'll tell you when it comes on that part, I'll give you more explanation. But let me go through with the execution. Now where we are on this line. So we are asking if this file doesn't exist, right? If this file doesn't exist, then do this. But if this file exists, in our case the file exists, come here. So you will see it will be coming to line number 33, right? Can you see? It is in line number 33. Now it will give a message here, right? File exists, now opening. Now so far, can you see we have nothing in Excel, but if you execute this line, it will be opening. Can you see? Now it was able to open the previous Excel file. It has some data already over there, and then it will do some operation here. What is that operation? I will go there and open the Excel. I'll open the Excel, and can you see in sheet 1, was it able to let me see, was it able to do anything? Let me see what is the operation that we did in sheet 1. We supposed to, so what is the location? Oh, it is a different location, right? So if you go to this location, so this is the Excel file, right? This is the Excel file that we are working. Now if you open this Excel, can you see what it did by our code? If you go to the code, so it is opening the Excel file, and then it is adding some data into that Excel file. So what are the data it is adding? It is adding student name in cell 11, cell 12 it is adding age, cell 21 it is adding a value David, cell 22 it is adding a value age 18, cell 31 it is adding a value Mike, cell 32 it is adding a value 12, right? So let me go to that Excel. Is it the test Excel? Let me see what is the Excel that we are opening. We are basically opening test excel.xls in that location. Now let me close all of this Excel. close this one as well. Now if you go to there is a file called test excel. Let me open it. And in this one it is adding some data in cell 1 and cell 2, but let me clear everything to show you how this really works. Okay, yes. Now inside this one we do not have any data. We do not have any data, right? Can everyone see this? Guys, can you see this? The Excel file that we are talking, we do not have any data in this Excel right now. Do you have any data? No. So now let me, if I execute this code again, right? So it is creating an Excel object and then it made it visible, but so far we do not have anything over there. Now in this line we are checking if the file in this path exists or not. We know this file exists, so it will go to the else block. So now we are in the else block, right? So in the else block it will give a message, file exists, now opening. Now it is going to open that file. Now if you go there, can you see it has opened that file? Although we do not have any data, but it was able to open that file. And then what we are doing, we are asking, can you see in that Excel we have 3 sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, right? So now focus is on sheet 3, right? Focus is on sheet 3. But if you execute this line, let me show you what happens, right? We are setting sheet 1 as our sheet 1 where we are going to write data. Now can you see in this line, Excel sheet dot cells 11. So what is that cell? This is 11, this is 12, this is 13, this is 14, this is 21, this is 22, this is 23, this is 24, this is 31, 34, right? In that way, 31, 32, 34, right? So this is your row and this is your column. Row 1, column 1, right? Row 1, column 2, row 1, column 3, row 2, column 2, right? Row 3, column 3, this is row 3, column 2. So let me show you how it goes. So we are writing in 1 we are writing student name. Right now we do not have anything, but if you write it from the code, you will see. If you go there, can you see student name is in 1. Now we are writing age in 1-2, right? 1-2 is which one? 1-2 is this one, and then it is going to write over there. And then we are writing in 1-3. In 1-3, actually, let me see, not 1-3. Now we are writing in 2-1. We are writing debit. That means in 2-1 means this is the row 2, column 1. This is, we are going to write something here, right? If you go there, you will see it has written debit. Now it will be writing his age in 2-2. So can you see in this line we are writing in cell 2 to 18, right? And then in 3-1 we are going to write another name, 3-2 we are going to write another age. So we are doing that, right? If you go there, you will see it is written, right? And then if you, can you see, we are saving it and then we are exiting it from out. Now if you go back, right, this is the Excel, and you will see the data we have written, it is there. Does it make sense? Are you understanding, guys? Okay. Now let me do another thing. Let's say this file I am going to delete it. It doesn't exist anymore, right? Now if you execute the same code, right? If you execute the same code, what will happen here? So now previously you saw when we have executed this line number 13, we saw local variable value equal to true, but if you execute it now, can you see now it is false, because in that location we do not have that file, we deleted it. Now if the file not exist, then we are going to execute from line number 15. So that is what you are going to, can you see now the file doesn't exist and we are coming line number 15, and can you see we have nothing here. In line number 15 what we are doing, we are adding a workbook. Can you see Excel object workbooks dot add. So where we have nothing, if you execute this line number 15, you will see it has added a workbook here. A workbook has, can you see, book 1 Microsoft Excel, it has 3 sheets, and then what it will do, it will set the Excel sheet as sheet 1, and then it will write student name, age, right? Can you see it started writing, and then David, it will be writing the data, right? It has written the data, and then it will save it as, right? It will be saving it, right? It has saved it, and then can you see it is in this line we are quitting the object. Yeah, it is quit, now it is gone, and that's it. If you come here, you will see it showed, let me see, F5, can you see now the data is there, the file is created, the data is there. Okay, so what about understanding? Any questions so far? Let me ask one by one. Munir bhai, do you have any question?
No, not right now. Maybe later is the question when I
Okay, sure.
I have question is that one. Like they put it the value is maybe 18. So first we need to put it that one, right? Value.
No, the value our code is putting the value.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So like this 18 is the 4 to 5 steps in the value. And like this, that number is like what is value is 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
18 is 4 5 steps put it, or is you put it first?
This is, you can put anything here. You can put, let's say 67. It will be writing 67 on that Excel.
Yeah, that I say. So we need to put it that one, right?
Yeah, we put it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that I have to do.
So, Munir bhai, again, so far, do you think you are good up to that?
Yes.
Okay. So, what about Rachel?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. What about Mahtab bhai?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So what I am going to do, I am going to send you this recording, right? Your task will be, make sure you have Excel installed, Microsoft Office installed in your virtual machine, and make sure whatever we did so far, you complete it and make it ready for the next class. We have 3 test cases. These 3 test cases you need to automate according to our, I was not able to check your work today, but you need to make sure that these 3 test case working in your computer, and on top of that you need to make sure that you have these 2 Excel example that we did. You need to make sure that these 2 Excel example is working from your computer, so that I can verify in the next class. Okay, that's it for today. I will be sending you the recording, and I will be sending you the link how to install Excel in your virtual machine. If you do not have any other question, I will be wrapping up this session here. Do you have any final question, guys? All right. Then have a good weekend, and I'll be talking to you in the next week. Thank you. Bye.